Literally.
I'm so excited!
They're almost here, guys. Can't wait. That looks like a taxi.
Wait for us there, we'll come meet you. Love you, see you in a bit.
Hello. You okay?
How are you?
I'm all good, I'm all good.
Man.
You guys are finally here.
We're here. I can't believe you've seen us.
Get everyone.
We'd like to welcome you. Oh, this is welcome to Spain. This is ceremonial welcome. Oh, thank you. It looks pretty, and if we get hungry, get that down.
Oh, it's cold.
It's a joy to have Mum and Dad joining us on board for a week. After a couple of days chilling out and catching up, we headed out to explore Palma. We aren't generally city lovers, so I wasn't expecting to like Palma, the capital and largest city of the Balearics, as much as we did. The city dates back to the 13th century Christian reconquest of the island, and to the Moors, Romans and Talaiotic people before that. It's rich with historical sites, but also home to an endless selection of galleries, restaurants, bars, markets and pretty much anything you'd ever need.
The Cathedral of Palma is on the site of the mosque which stood opposite the royal palace during the Moorish occupation of Majorca. The cathedral has a long history and its construction took 400 years. It was finally completed in 1601. With a height of 44 metres, the nave is one of the largest of its kind in Europe.
The thing that was awesome about Palma was that anywhere you wandered, you find medieval looking streets lined with beautiful houses, churches, public squares and bohemian neighbourhoods. Exploring takes it out of you, so after hanging on the beach, our evenings were spent eating and drinking a lot before Dad retired to the hammock to sleep. Of course, our mornings always started in typical Talisman style with pancakes. We were keen to show Mum and Dad the beautiful town of Solla on the north coast of Majorca and opted to travel the tourist way, which involved making our way to Plaza de España, Palma's main bus and train hub. The Solla train has retained the same appearance since its inauguration in 1912, thanks to the continuous care and craftsmanship it's received over the years. This old wooden train was originally introduced to transport citrus fruit from the Solla Valley to Palma. The journey had some spectacular scenery involving viaducts, bridges, gorgeous houses and 13 tunnels. The train even made a brief stop just for a photo opportunity of the beautiful landscape before arriving in the station of Solla.
The city boasts of growing the best oranges in the world, and it's widely known as a valley of oranges. So naturally, we headed to the citrus farm of Eco Vignesa to see what all the fuss was about.
For the animals, please, okay?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Then you stay just in front of the kitchen and the shop. And then you need to turn on the left, you can see small way, go and make the tour like this behind the house.
It was actually a lot more than just a citrus farm. We learned more than we were expecting thanks to the self-guided tour, and the atmosphere of being amongst the most beautiful valleys surrounded by mountains was breathtaking. It was a very idyllic and relaxing way to spend a few hours, ran by some friendly and environmentally passionate people. As well as informative signs, there was topical reminders dotted around about the importance of nature. When the last tree has been cut down, the last fish caught, and the last river poisoned, only then will we realise that we can't eat money. Never more relevant than it is today.
Into oranges again now, isn't it?
Oh, what a save.
Well done, green video.
What are your thoughts?
I love it here. It's absolutely amazing. What do you think of the oranges, Dad?
Well, I was a bit sceptical when I started,
It was.
but they are so juicy and lovely.
Dad did not understand why we were looking at orange trees,
No, I don't understand it now.
but I've never seen anyone so impressed by an orange
I
when
can't
he
stand
ate it.
oranges. No, I hate lemons.
Yeah, Dad hates lemons, and there's a lot of lemon trees.
But now I am
You're a convert.
swayed. I'm
Yeah.
swayed, yeah.
And Dad brought all this food out, which we weren't
Yeah.
expecting.
Yeah, we have absolutely feasted.
After a very well received snack and fresh orange juice provided by the staff here, we hopped back on the train to go and visit the port of Soya, where we'd been anchored just a few days before. If we weren't strapped for time, Soya is a place made for strolling. As well as the Tramontana mountain range surrounding us, it's packed with narrow side streets and so many interesting cafes and beautiful buildings. One day in Soya and Port Soya was not enough, and we hoped to come back for much longer one day. But as we made our way back to Palma, we were eager for the next day as we finally planned to head out for a sail and Mum and Dad's first time at anchor.
Tell me when to stop.
Keep going, Pops, all the way.
That's easy.
Not
Now.
too bad, is it
We're
really?
going out to sail already, Jen.
You are?
Even if we just want sail on.
Well, honestly, we do that almost all the time, too lazy.
Totally.
So we are now just sailing along.
So good.
Lovely, we've got like 14 knots of wind, upwind, so we're doing all right. Feeling absolutely lovely conditions today, so calm.
With Talisman taking care of herself, and us keeping a watchful eye of course, it was time to open some birthday cards and presents from family back home. Safe to say they know us well and sent us a lot of chocolate amongst other things.
Thank you so much!
Happy birthday, children.
Oh, thank you so much!
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday! Lovely morning drink.
Oh yes.
It's not 9 AM or anything.
Yes,
Though the winds were a little fluky, we actually managed to sail the majority of the 8-hour journey in very pleasant conditions. which is always a relief when you have visitors on board.
Look at this captain! Look at this lazy captain! It's so fun!
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy
Cheers.
birthday to you,
Happy
my
birthday.
darling.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers, everyone.
After a perfect day, we settled down to enjoy sunset. We anchored at Mallorca's most famous beach, Estrenc, which is the last large natural beach here at 2 kilometres long. It made for a spectacular backdrop for the evening. We didn't film a lot on this holiday, and that's because we were having an absolute blast with Mum and Dad, and some things can't be captured on camera. We spoke about all sorts as the sun set and long into the night under a sky full of stars. We also had a peek at some of the nightlife under the surface and spotted a barracuda and a few stingrays. But it was inevitable the time would come where we needed to dock back in the marina to say goodbye to Mum and Dad. We left a lasting impression on them and the neighbours as we completely butchered our mooring. Thank you to the very kind German boat who helped us out. Last night in the marina with Mum and Dad.
No, it's sad.
I know.
Oh, absolutely enchanted.
You loved it.
Loved it.
Would you come back again?
Come back again as soon as possible, yeah. The best part of it was seeing these guys again.
Ah. I'm gonna miss them. No, they could stay.
We couldn't.
Yeah, we just checked the flights.
Joe and Steve were the best boat guests, and the four of us had the most amazing week living in our tiny home.
So obviously Mum and Dad have gone, which was the loveliest week ever. It was so nice seeing them.
It was amazing. I'm absolutely gutted they've gone because it was brilliant.
Love you, Mum and Dad. Mwah.
We've actually walked to the port where people enter and leave Palma, but they also have their own immigration as well. So we're going to try and ask them and see if we can get a visa extension.
Our
Schengen visa extension, because we've only got about a month left on ours now, and we want to see if we can extend that because we don't want to just rush the countries that we have to go past anyway. We have been held up a little bit in Almeria, a little bit longer than we hoped with weather, so that kind of took that month away from us. So we're just going to see what they say and see how we get on doing it.
So that didn't go well. Basically, we found out where we had to go and knocked on the door, but the immigration police were very, very, very intimidating.
Not helpful.
Essentially slammed the door in our face.
Yeah.
But luckily there was a really, really nice lady that spoke English sitting on the bench, and she explained to us that they're just not issuing extensions in Spain.
At all, yeah. At
all, apparently. But said Italy apparently is where it's at, and we've heard that from a few people as well, that Italy are offering extensions. So I think we're just going to clock out in Spain when we're done, and then obviously check back in Italy and try and get an extension.
Yeah. She said that Italy, the extension in Italy, she says they're offering a 1-year special visa for maritime people with private vessels. So it seems like Italy have just come up with their own cruising visa, essentially. Hopefully. That can last a year.
We'll let you know how it goes with that. We'll just stop for a little drinks. We're dying, so
yeah.
This is our regular, you know, this is our second time here. It's our regular.
If we've been here more than once, it's a regular.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
It's so awkward.
And he's used to this.
I know.
Honestly, when it's just the two of us.
Even just the two of us, this is exactly what it's like. We have to work ourselves up before we say anything.
I'll usually just be like,
Cut.
yeah. And Jade has to filter through all this footage before we get to where we actually start.
So it's been a really lovely day. We went for a little swim, which we didn't film. What else did we do? So obviously we tried to see if we could get our visa extensions.
Yeah.
That didn't work out. But we had a real good turn of luck, and some of our friends from home have came to visit us. So here they are.
Here they are.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Introduce yourselves.
I'm Mitch.
Alanya.
Oh, it's been so lovely having you guys
Yeah,
here. Thanks for coming to see us.
Thank you.
So like literally, I mean, you've lived on the same road as me for, I don't know, over 10 to
Forever.
15 years. We've always spoke to each other like in passing, and it's just so nice to have familiar faces on board and like you guys to come see us. It's just so cool.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for having us.
It's
been
nice to
lovely.
watch the videos and then be here in person, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's much bigger in person than
That's nice to hear.
definitely. It's very cozy, very
And
comfy.
Jade's cooking was lovely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
too kind.
The food is as good as it looks.
Yes. the Doritos went down well.
So yeah, we're gonna see these guys off now.
Bye. See you guys soon.
That was lovely.
Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you'll tune back in next week as we're back out on the open ocean for a really fun sail and a life back on anchor.